questions vis-a-vis the pandemic and one's money. Number one, is the market living on borrowed time right now? And number two, and like what can we anticipate in terms of the wake-up call? And number two, should people be meaningfully changing how they approach money and even how they form their own goals post-pandemic?
Awesome question. How you come up with such good questions?
Listen, it's my job and it's my gift.
Wait, this is what you do, huh?
It's just what
All
I
right.
do.
I should have known from the first time. When does the music stop is what I heard in the first question.
Which is actually a line from Margin Call.
Yeah. It always stops. I think people have been calling, this thing a bubble since 2010 and QE1. And here we are 11 years later, extending the longest bull run in history. And I think people are having a tough time believing, just like they did 5 to 10 years ago, that this will continue on. I think people are going to have trouble believing that it could continue for a few more years, 2-3 years. And my thinking on that is I can maybe create more of a bull case for the market to continue to move upward than I can a bear case, because there's $1.9 trillion in additional stimulus just passed the other day in the Senate. That will come through, putting more checks in American hands. We're in a zero interest rate environment pretty much forever, as far as I can see. And you have a new administration that's, not anti-Wall Street by any stretch of the imagination, and isn't crazy progressive to do the types of reforms that would really shake up the way the game is being played. Add all of those things together, and that's some fertile soil for equities to continue going up. Valuations and fundamentals seem to have gone out the window, over the last year or two, with certain companies that, are now huge components of the broader markets. So that's my thesis right now. I have no idea what nobody knows what the black swan thing is that comes along, like the credit crisis of '08, pandemic in 2020, which just as much as it shocked the system, it was met with an equal and bigger bazooka of the Fed and their open market operations to get us back into the swing of things here. Someone would say, but we're printing all of this money, we're going to experience inflation or hyperinflation. You've heard that before. Are we going to be back in the 70s when inflation was running rampant? You now have decentralized finance and the whole crypto community. It's wild stuff going here. And if you're telling me that you can predict how things are going to be in the next 12 months, let alone the next 36 months, I will tell you you're full of it, because you cannot. So one thing's for sure. It will stop. I don't know what it is or what will bring it down or what will bring that big correction, but it will be there. I think that's just encouragement to have a plan, get knowledged up, have that emergency fund. So, if this is your second wake-up call as a young professional or a young investor, and you did 2008 and 9, and you did 2020 here, do you really want to wait for a third one? Not to, get it together as far as your financial life is concerned. This should be the last and final wake-up call you need to focus on things. I've ran my mouth so much on the first question. You're going to have to remind me of the second question.
You sort of answered it, because it was, how should people sort of realign how they approach their finances post-pandemic? And I think you answered it.
Yeah, it's a wake-up call. Again, like I got so, 2008 and 9 shaped Heather and I so much from how we view our finances and how we view money.
What were you, 30 back then?
Forever.
I'm kidding. Sorry. Oh no, did I completely derail you? Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. So if 2008 and 2009 did that for you there, I can only imagine what 2020 did for you. If that's your first wake up call, don't wait for a second. Yeah, just now's the time to get focused on really fundamentals. So much of the investment stuff we talked about here today is a distraction from the stuff that allows you to build the foundation. So anytime a strong wind comes or a shock to the system comes, that you can withstand that, not blow up your entire financial life due to something that was outside of your control.